Good afternoon. Today we will be discussing action potential types. First, we will talk about spike potentials. Spike potentials are one type of action potential which occur in electrical activity of smooth muscle contraction. They are true action potentials. They occur in the gut automatically when the resting membrane potential of the gastrointestinal smooth muscle becomes more positive than about 40 millivolts. This is because the normal resting membrane potential in the smooth muscle fibers of the gut is between -50 and -60 millivolts. The spike potentials last 10 to 40 times as long in the GI muscles as the action potentials in large nerve fibers, which occur about 10 to 20 milliseconds. They appear similar to spike potentials in skeletal muscle, but they are different. In smooth muscle, the average duration of spike potentials varies 30 to 50 milliseconds. The amplitude is very low, and it does not reach the isoelectric base. Sometimes it overshoots the base. Next, we will be discussing slow waves. Spike potentials are initiated by slow wave rhythms. Occasionally, the slow wave rhythm of resting membrane potential will initiate the spike potential, which will lead to contraction of the muscle. The spike potentials appear rhythmically at a rate of about 1 or 2 spikes at the peak of each slow wave. The spike potentials appear initiated by the slow wave rhythm cause rhythmic contractions of smooth muscles. This type of potential appears mostly in smooth muscles which are self-excitatory and contract themselves without any external stimuli. So, the spike potentials initiated by slow wave rhythm are called pacemaker waves. Next, we will be discussing plateaus of action potentials. This type of action potential starts with rapid depolarization, as in the case of skeletal muscle, but repolarization does not occur immediately. This type of action potential is also responsible for sustained contraction of smooth muscle fibers. After the long depolarized state, slow repolarization occurs. If you look at this figure, it shows a smooth muscle action potential with a plateau. The onset of this action potential is similar to that of the typical spike potential. However, instead of rapid repolarization of the muscle fiber membrane, the repolarization is delayed for several hundred to as many as 1,000 milliseconds or 1 second. The importance of the plateau is that it can account for the prolonged contraction that occurs in some types of smooth muscle, such as the ureter, the uterus under some conditions, and certain types of vascular smooth muscle. Also, this type of action potential is seen in some cardiac muscle fibers that have a prolonged period of contraction. This can be further explored in chapters 9 and 10. If you have any further questions about this material, you can refer to the Guyton and Hall textbook of Medical Physiology, 12th edition, pages 95 and 96.